Okay, welcome to Sprint 2 demo for the pub team. So we're going to quickly go through some of the progress we made in this last sprint. And we'll start with some new feature work, which was supporting some manually entered document types. So one of the features that we need to support is the ability for end users to enter in their own citations, or their own publications, I should say. And there were 4 types that are currently not supported that we need to support, which are working papers, technical reports, case studies, and then sort of a bucket called other publications. And what happens is the end user would enter in those publications, they would get pushed to our system, and then we need to make sure that we can store them and serve them back via the API. Some of the new work that has to be built around that is the generation of citations in multiple formats, or multiple styles, I should say. And so that work is ongoing and is highlighted in a couple of the tickets you see over here. So basically the support for the new document types. And that's one of the core features that we had to support during this work cycle. Other things that were worked on in this sprint were a couple bug fixes, one of which is fixing a data type column that was, or a data column that was of the wrong type and was causing exceptions, which was bad. That's done. There was a certain amount of technical debt and refactoring that was done in this iteration, including some work around standardizing configuration settings to be more standardized with DLSS practices, things like removing hard-coded URLs from places and putting them in configuration. There are a number of cron jobs which run regularly in the code, and these were manually scheduled before, and we're switching over to the use of the whenever gem, which is much more standard and easily configurable, and also improving some documentation about what those cron jobs are and when they run, so we know what's happening. We did a couple review sessions of the code, particularly the harvesting code. So there's a harvester which goes out to the Thomson Reuters API. So they are the company that manages and aggregates publication information, and we call their API to harvest this every 2 weeks currently. And so we review the code around sort of the ScienceWire client and the ScienceWire harvester in preparation for some work that's coming in the next sprint, which is going to be making this more intelligent, looking for other institution names and other names of authors to make it more robust. So that was other work and sort of review and in preparation for the new feature work to come in the next iteration. And then we also now have on Travis an automated build, which will be run every time code is committed, and the badge on the GitHub page to indicate the current state of the Travis build. Finally, the last bit of work that was done this iteration was spinning up some new VMs that run Ruby 2 and are properly managed in Puppet along, in sort of the same way as our other VMs are, and preparing the code to be deployed. And I think the code was deployed to all the new servers. We're coming up with a plan to migrate the current data over to the new servers so that we can have the CAP team test the new servers. We've also deployed the new version of the master code, which is actually quite a bit ahead and has some extra bug fixes that are not currently in the live production code. So we're kind of doing a simultaneous switch over to new virtual machines along with sort of an updated code base, although there's very little to no new functionality. So as far as the CAP team is concerned, it should be a pretty seamless switchover, although in our case it gets us some bug fixes and some newly managed VMs. So that is currently in process and will continue in the next sprint. Okay, thanks for watching.